Good morning, boys and girls. I am coming to you from the computer or from YouTube to give you this lesson. Unfortunately, I am not able to be in school today, but I still want you to be up to date on the lessons that I am teaching this week. So your sub is going to play this video and pause it and then walk around and help you, boys and girls, if you need any help. I'm going to try to describe and explain exactly how to do your project so that you won't need any help, but hopefully your sub will be able to help as much as possible if you do need help. Okay, so today what we're going to be doing is we are going to be drawing a bumblebee. All the warm weather last week made me think about springtime lessons, so that's why we're doing springtime lessons, because of all that warm weather last week. Hopefully it'll come back soon. Okay, so as you may have seen in the previous slides, I wanted you to learn a little bit about the anatomy of a bumblebee. And what we're going to start with when we're drawing is going to be the thorax, or the middle part of the bumblebee. So you can do either a circle or an oval. I'm going to do mine more round, like a circle. And notice how I'm just kind of very lightly sketching. I don't want you to push too hard, because if you don't like something and you want to erase it, then you can do that a lot easier if you're pushing nice and gently on your paper. All right, so this is our thorax, and I want it to be about 3 finger widths wide or tall, because that's going to be a pretty good size to be able to have your bumblebee be not too big and not too small. After we've done that, and the substitute, sub, whoever you are, if you can pause this and just walk around and make sure that everybody's got the thorax ready, that would be wonderful. All right, now we're back. We're going to do the abdomen. And I was saying how if you look at the picture on the previous slide, then you can see that the the bumblebee has 6-pack abs. He's nice and strong, or she. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a kind of a light bulb shape. And if you want to make it a little bit pointy at the end, you can. It's up to you. And then we're going to make 6-pack abs. You don't have to do 6 lines, but the bumblebee is this is where the bumblebee's stripes are going to be. So we're going to do little lines to make stripes for the bumblebee's abdomen. Okay. Again, hopefully the substitute can just pause it and kind of walk around and make sure that you've gotten that part done. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to do the head. And the head's going to be kind of like a bean shape or an oval shape. Kind of like that. And then the eyes are going to be ovals, and they're going to be towards kind of on the side of the head. I'm going to pop out just a little bit. And I like coloring them in with my pencil so that you'll be able to see a little bit of a difference between the eyes and the head, because the head is going to be colored black. All right. Next, we're going to do the wings. So I'm going to do just a curved line out and a curved line out. And you're going to try to make them as similar as possible. I think this one's a little bit too long, so I'm going to erase that. Okay. After you've got your big long curves, you're going to kind of curve it down and under a little bit. Curve it down and under a little bit. And then I'm just going to move this a little bit, but I'm going to bring your wing wants to stay on the thorax part of your bumblebee, the middle part of your bumblebee. So I'm going to come back down here and kind of make it attach to that bump. So I'm going to try to make it as symmetrical as possible. If it's not perfect, it's not the end of the world. Mine don't look super realistic. You can tell that it's a picture and not like a photograph of it. or it's a drawing and not a photograph. So I'm not expecting you boys and girls to have it such a realistic one that it looks like a photograph. Do the best you can. That's all I ask. Okay. Now we're going to do our antennae. So just two curved little lines going out from the middle of the head. And we're going to do our legs. And we're going to do our legs in segments. It makes it look a lot more realistic. So I'm going to do 3 segments per leg. And we need 6 legs. So I'm going to do a long skinny oval. I'm going to do a long skinny oval coming down. And then a shorter skinny oval right at the bottom. That's going to be like the foot part. I'm going to do the same thing. Going to attach it there. And again, it's coming from the thorax part. That's where we want to kind of have it attach from. So long skinny ovals. So each leg has 3 long skinny ovals. Or some skinny ovals, the last ones are going to be a little bit shorter. And the other ones we're going to put up top. Okay. And then a little bit smaller. There we go. Okay. And then the last thing that I'm going to do is I'm just going to put some little veins on the wings to make it just look a little bit more realistic. Kind of just curved little lines like that. And we're going to be finished with that part. If you're happy with your bumblebee, then you are going to take a Sharpie, a black Sharpie. I do not have a black Sharpie up here with me, so I'm going to improvise. I have a black crayon. You're going to use a black Sharpie, but you're going to go over all of your lines that you want to keep. I'm going to go around my eyeballs. And I'm going to color in my little segments. Okay. And again, wonderful substitute teacher, whoever you may be, excuse me, you can just stop the video whenever, and you can kind of walk around. If you can help out, then I would greatly appreciate it. But we're going to go all over here. Over all those lines. I'm trying to go as fast as I can. I'm not a YouTube extraordinaire, like video maker. So I don't know how to fast forward things, but that's all right. I'm going to go fast as I can. So I've gone over all of my lines that I'm going to keep. And if you have any lines that you can still see, any pencil lines that you don't want to be looking at, then you can use your erasers to erase those. Okay. So the head is going to be black. So you're going to color in your head. And then you're going to color in stripes. Every other stripe is going to be black. And then once you're finished with that, you're going to have a yellow marker. I'm going to use a yellow crayon again because that's what I've got on hand. And I'm going to color this in. I'm going to do the abdomen is yellow, and so are the rest of the stripes that we've got down on the, oh wait, this is the thorax, and then this is the abdomen. Okay. And if you want to add some little lines, because some bumblebees are look nice and fuzzy, you can do some little lines on the thorax to make it nice and fuzzy. Okay. And there you have a pretty realistic bumblebee. I hope you boys and girls are excited about yours. I know the boys and girls that I worked with on Tuesday, they were super excited about how realistic they looked. So once you have finished this, you can start to brainstorm what you want to have your final product. Where do you want your bumblebee? Is your bumblebee flying through the air? Is it in a honeycomb? Is it in a beehive? Is it in a flower collecting pollen? It's up to you. On the slide, on one of the first slides, you can kind of see an example of other children's projects and different places that they have placed their bumblebees. So I want you to just sketch it out with your pencil. And then next week, we are going to use color pencils to fill in, to color your background. Please make sure that you do not do your background with Sharpie. We're just going to leave it as a sketch, a pencil sketch, so that you can go over the rest of it next week with colored pencils. And there you have it. We are all done with the bumblebee. I'm going to leave you to use your creativity to draw your bumblebee wherever you want it to be. Make sure it's a school appropriate place. And I will see you next week. Thank you and talk to you later. Bye-bye.